According to radionz.co.nz, 1 in 4 preteens have been exposed to pornography according to a new survey. More than two-thirds of New Zealand teenagers have been exposed to pornography, and 1 in 4 have seen it by the age of 12. The Office of Film and Literature Classification surveyed more than 2,000 teens aged between 14 and 17 for a research project called New Zealand Youth and Porn. The main reason teenagers looked at porn was curiosity, followed by accidental exposure, entertainment, sexual arousal, pleasure, or boredom. The research found 72% of teenagers who had seen porn recently saw things that made them feel uncomfortable, and 42% of regular viewers said they would like to spend less time looking at porn but found this hard to do. Chief Censor David Shank said technological and social shifts had changed everything about porn and young people. Our research provides New Zealanders and decision makers robust and up-to-date evidence about what is happening and what the issues are, which can in turn inform work in areas such as public policy, health, and education. Hutt Valley High School has taken education around pornography into their own hands with a play. Student Thomas Avery said the play covered the impacts pornography had on teenage relationships. The student said, "Teenagers nowadays look at pornography and see love and romance, which is completely absurd. It is misogyny disguised as harmless pleasure. It's camera angles, lighting, and acting." He also went on to say, "Definitely lads talking about, 'I saw this cool video last night.' Just the whole culture around it is really normalized, which I don't think is a good thing." He said pornography could pop up as advertisements on other websites, so teenagers did not have to look for it. The most interesting part of the coverage at Hutt Valley High School, is what the student Thomas Avery said, which is just the whole culture around porn is really normalized, which I don't think is a good thing. I completely agree with that. That's what I've been thinking, is porn has become very mainstream in a sense. It's just very normalized. That's a great way to put it. And it's very intelligent for a high school student to recognize this. That was one of my first thoughts as well. I became addicted to porn myself, I believe, when I was around in middle school, yes, because I can remember using my PlayStation Portable as a device to get this type of material at the time. It carried all the way on through high school and so on. But it's very interesting that high school students are becoming somewhat aware of this. When I was in school, I don't remember any discussion on it, either positively or negatively. So, shifts in how society views porn definitely are occurring, but on both ends of the the spectrum, I'd say. So there's people that think it's very normalized and something they can casually talk about, and then others are becoming aware of the problem that porn is. So it's good to see that we do have people on that one end where they are becoming aware of how easy it is to access porn and why we need to stay away from it. And as far as the statistic goes, more than two-thirds of New Zealand teenagers have been exposed to pornography. That's not really surprising to me. If anything, I'm almost surprised it's not even a little higher, because it's literally everywhere. And I'm going to wrap that back to what student Thomas Avery said of Hutt Valley High School. He said pornography could pop up as advertisements on other websites, so teenagers did not have to look for it. That's the problem. That's the problem too. A lot of the websites I go to or whatever, I use image block and ad blocker, but on my browser, but I've seen very, attention-grabbing advertisements with women in them. I'm thinking, are you serious? Like, anyone with a little bit of curiosity is going to click on that, and then they're just going to go down the rabbit hole. So excellent statements here, and I wish there was something that could be done about advertisements for sure, because I mean you can go on just some casual websites and just see crazy advertisements, and that's another reason why I use image block, because I don't always trust what I am going to see on a website. I don't. I want to be prepared, and I don't want to have to, be gravitated towards any type of material like that.